all around the world, the wealthy are under attack. There's growing animosity towards the rich with increased taxes, deeper political divide, and safety and security concerns amongst high net worth individuals. Many people are looking for an escape route and a place that they can go that's safe and secure. This video will discuss what the elite are doing to implement a Plan B strategy for themselves and their family in order to protect more of their wealth and have increased business opportunities around the world. So by way of introduction, my name is Jennifer Harding Marlin. I'm a citizenship-by-investment and residency-by-investment attorney. We've helped people implement Plan Bs all around the world. We've helped clients in over 40 plus countries. So if you're interested in implementing a Plan B, you can reach out to me at jennifer@jhmarlin.com or visit our website at jhmarlin.com to get more information. So why would someone need a diversified Plan B in 2025 and beyond? With geopolitical tensions, economic uncertainty, a clampdown on freedoms, and safety and security concerns around the world, people are looking to implement a Plan B strategy in order to mitigate risks and have options all around the world and be able to capitalize. So as we've seen in many countries around the world, political and legislative changes can rapidly change, and it can be suffocating for someone who's looking to grow their business or do business in a particular country. As well, there can be safety and security concerns in certain countries. And so this is some of the reasons why people wish to be diversified across geographies and implement different strategies for Plan B in order to be able to have flexibility in the face of changing regulations. So geopolitical risk is a huge concern for many wealthy individuals, in particular war, changing regulations, changing political landscape are all factors that result in high net worth individuals wishing to have flags all around the world. So there's the concept of flag theory, which is implementing and having multiple flags all around the world. And the purpose for this is to diversify as well as protect against geopolitical tensions. As we've seen, there's wars around the world, there's changing regulations, there's political tensions in certain countries. And so this can really affect one's personal freedoms and one's business. And so by having multiple flags all around the world, it gives more options, ways to capitalize on global opportunities. As well, certain countries have seen huge economic downturns, and so this provides one with the flexibility to relocate and or to operate in another country. And so more and more people are implementing concepts of flag theory. As well, there's smart diversification, which is another strategy that high net worth individuals are implementing. And smart diversification is diversifying across geographies, across different industries, and to be able to mitigate risks, uncertainty, and to be able to capitalize on opportunities. And so a lot of people are choosing to invest in emerging markets and as well as markets that have potential for higher upward trend. And so between flag theory and smart diversification, these are two strategies, overreaching strategies that high net worth individuals are implementing. So what are some components of a Plan B strategy? So there's multiple components of a Plan B strategy, and one of them is having multiple citizenships. And having multiple citizenships can be of value, particularly gives you access to different countries. You have the rights, often have the right to live, work, travel within a country and or within a block of countries, giving you different market and business opportunities in these countries. And so a lot of top entrepreneurs have acquired multiple citizenships. For example, Pavel Durov, the founder of Telegram, has multiple citizenships, including citizenship of the UAE and St. Kitts and Nevis. As we saw over the summer and in recent months, he was arrested in France, and the UAE specifically wanted to ensure that all legal procedures were met and that he had access to resources that he needed in order to defend himself. So this goes to show how some countries, it can be valuable to have multiple citizenships. As well, there's top entrepreneurs like Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, Abramovich, and others that have acquired multiple citizenships. And so there's a famous investor, Jim Rogers, who says that having one citizenship is dangerous. And so a lot of people are realizing that there's limitations to only having one citizenship, and that the new strategy is to have multiple citizenships and to have multiple places where you can call home and have the same rights as a citizen in all these different countries. So there's different ways to acquiring citizenship. We talk a lot about citizenship by investment on this channel, but you can also get citizenship from birth, marriage, and or naturalization for spending so many years in a country. And so whatever ways that you can obtain obtain citizenship, having multiple citizenships and a citizenship portfolio is something that can be used as part of a Plan B strategy. So another strategy for Plan B is to have multiple residencies. And so there's a lot of countries around the world that offer residency by investment programs. And this gives you the ability to relocate quickly and or live, work, and travel within that country, giving you exposure to different countries and different markets as well. By doing residency by investment, you can also have facility to open a bank account, oftentimes in that country. So there's different residency programs around the world. For example, there's the Anguilla residency program, which really caters to A-lister high net worth individuals. It starts at an investment of approximately $150,000 and or investment in real estate starting at $750,000 US approximately. As well, there is US $75,000 annual fee. And what's advantageous for Anguilla is that you only have to reside on island for a short period of time per year in order to maintain your residency. As well, there's no personal income tax, capital gains tax. It's really a tax favorable country. So this is just one example, and I'm just highlighting one of the more expensive A-list programs, but there's also multiple residency programs around the world, such as Cyprus, for example, Panama, Costa Rica, Portugal, Golden Visa, which is very popular amongst our clients. Some people choose to do residency in the UAE. And so there's a lot of different options all around the world. Mexico as well is an example of a country that offers residency by investment. So a lot of people will often combine doing citizenship by investment, for example, and doing residency by investment in order to have citizenship and residency across different countries. And so people that are big on doing a Plan B often don't want to put their eggs all in one basket. They want to be more diversified across countries and not put all of their eggs into one country. We never know what's going to happen, the changes in policies and politics. And therefore, having a wider range of opportunities to access is something that people value a lot. A lot of the times people will be a citizen in one country, have a company in another country, have a bank account in another country, and a residency in another country to create layers of protection and to be diversified across multiple countries. So in addition to residencies, you can have bank accounts in a lot of different countries. This can diversify your exposure to different banks, different geographies, as well as different banking opportunities in different countries. And so later in this video, I'll talk about a sample Plan B that a client of ours implemented. So the difference between citizenship by investment and residency by investment is that citizenship by investment, you get a citizenship of the country and a passport. It's more permanent. You have citizenship for life. Versus residency, it is something that is not necessarily permanent. You don't become a citizen of the country, therefore you don't get a passport, and you have the rights to live within that country. However, with residency by investment, they can change the policies at any time, and therefore citizenship is an even more secure way of ensuring that you can maintain your business interests in that country and have exposure to that country. A lot of the countries that offer both citizenship and residency by investment are in tax favorable countries. So it's really important to ensure that you adhere to all tax laws, but it can give you a strategic advantage to have tax minimization exposure in these different countries. So multiple homes is another strategy for Plan B, and it can give you multiple places to go to as well. You can see an increase in value in property depending on where you've invested. And so there's a lot of emerging real estate markets. And so a lot of people have seen a huge upturn and uptick in the value of their property, but just strategically having homes in places like you like to stay, as well as in safe locations, can be a way of diversifying and implementing a Plan B. So another way is by having multiple languages and or learning different languages can really help you integrate within local communities and understand better the culture. And this is a way of diversifying and being able to do business with people in different countries and really understanding more of the country by understanding nuances in language. So if you're looking to learn a language, there's like Duolingo, for example, and Rosetta Stone. And these can be ways to help you learn a new language. I'm trying to learn Spanish right now, and so this is something that I've been using myself, and hopefully will get better at it when I have more time. Having a multiple income streams is another strategy for diversification and for having a Plan B. So being diversified across different industries, different markets, and different countries can be a way of protecting and mitigating against risk, particularly in certain markets that have seen economic downturns. Being exposed with different income streams can be a way of maintaining and or protecting your wealth. So having one income stream can be extremely risky, particularly if there's war, if there's an economic downturn, and/or changing market conditions, as well as changes in policies and laws. And therefore, being exposed to different markets, different geographies, and having a variety of different income streams can be a way of protecting and preserving your wealth over time. So another way to implement a Plan B strategy is to have a company incorporated in a different jurisdiction. And this can be for asset protection purposes as well, depending for tax optimization purposes as well. You can be a citizen of one country, have a company in a different country, have a bank account in a different country, and reside in another country. And so this can create layers of protection in order to protect yourself and your wealth. So there's various business structures, either IBC, LLC, trust, or foundation, which are very popular entities in the offshore world. But there's different structures that you can use in order to protect your assets and protect your wealth. And so a lot of people will implement different entity structures in order to optimize wealth protection, privacy, as well as tax optimization in certain instances. It's really important to adhere to all the laws, and especially tax laws, depending on where you incorporate. As well as some people think that if they live in the United States and they incorporate an entity in another country, such as a BVI, this doesn't automatically result in tax benefits and you don't have to pay tax on that money. As a US citizen, you do have to declare everything and continue to pay tax. So a lot of times entities will be taxed based on where the minded management and centralized decision-making of the company is. But again, this depends from country to country, so it's very important to adhere to all of the laws. So another Plan B strategy, which I've talked about already a little bit, is being diversified across geographies. So you may want to be exposed a little bit to Asia and/or South American markets, and just having exposure to different markets, different currencies can play out by diversifying the geographical risk. In particular, like for example, in the Middle East, there's war, there's a lot of tension. And so a lot of countries over time, policies and laws will change, and so being exposed to different markets and different geographies will be a way of mitigating risk. So sample Plan Bs that clients have implemented. Again, there's not a one-size-fits-all. You can do a mixed match of all different strategies, particularly to you. But this is just one example of a Plan B strategy that a client implemented. So the client opened multiple bank accounts around the world, including bank accounts in Dominica, Switzerland, Georgia, the United States, and elsewhere. Then he was a US citizen, so it was assessed whether or not he would be subject to the foreign income exclusion, provided that he relocated. He incorporated entities in the BVI in the United States. He obtained citizenship through citizenship-by-investment because he was not able to get citizenship through descent, and so he did choose to go for one of the more affordable options in the Caribbean. He did residency by investment in Mexico, and he also was considered doing residency in Portugal, for example. He considered buying real estate internationally in Thailand, and he considered purchasing and being exposed to precious metals and cryptocurrencies. So again, this just goes to show a little bit of a Plan B from having multiple citizenships, multiple residencies, multiple bank accounts, different entity structures that were beneficial to him and his particular business, as well as being exposed to different geographies around the world in terms of currency exposure and real estate exposure. So if you'd like to get more information on establishing a Plan B as well as implementing a Plan B, you can visit our website at jhmarlin.com or send me an email at jennifer@jhmarlin.com. If you'd like to get more information, you can check out our YouTube channel, which has a variety of different videos about different topics relating to citizenship by investment, residency by investment, and relocation matters. We just released a video on the top citizenship by investment programs in the Caribbean, so you might want to go and check out this video and get more information about Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, Grenada, St. Lucia, and St. Kitts and Nevis, which are the 5 Caribbean citizenship by investment programs.